Reactions are pouring in over an unprecedented search at former President Donald Trump's Florida home. We've got a full breakdown next. Joining us now to provide some perspective on this is trial attorney Sandra Spurgeon. Thank you so much for being with us, Sandra. Given your knowledge and expertise, what stands out to you about this FBI search?
What stands out to me is the fact that with our court system, I think that the professor just talked about the high standard that was required for them to be able to get the search warrant. The individual who let the FBI in would have been handed a copy of the search warrant. I'm certain that former President Trump and his attorneys have a copy of that search warrant. And so I think that what the public needs to know is that this wasn't just to show up and run through the house and grab whatever you can get. This was a well-orchestrated search based upon, it appears to be several months of requests to former President Trump and or his attorneys about why those documents were stored in Mar-a-Lago. Some of the boxes were marked top secret.
Okay.
And so I think the attorneys need to speak to this issue as to what they knew and with the likelihood as to why the search warrant was executed.
Absolutely. Now, what is the difference? Because we're hearing different words being thrown out there. What is the difference between a search and Trump referring to it as a raid?
I think it's semantics. I think it's to gain political outrage. And I think that it's a carefully orchestrated statement to provoke the public. And we really need to concentrate on the facts as to what happened versus turning it into the public deserves to know what is it that was seized, why there were top secret documents at the White House. You know, the president is armed with attorneys. He was armed with attorneys when he was in the White House. Okay. Any president is, and there are laws that we are required to follow.
And really quickly, why not a subpoena? Why a search warrant?
Well, you would never have a grand jury issue a subpoena. There's two different types of subpoenas. Subpoena for testimony, subpoena duces tecum. You would not issue a subpoena duces tecum by a grand jury to look at top secret documents.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification and for that information, Sandra. Thank you for being with us here on Spectrum News 1.
Thank you for having me.